don't know if we've talked about this much, but how I don't actually see anybody as being angry or sad or anything like that. Like I can't actually, I don't, like I know for sure that there's no such thing as people being malicious or anything like that, because it's confusion. Like you can't actually do anything that is really stupid and like harm another person unless you were confused first. And it's the same with any of those kind of negative emotions or negative actions. It's like you have to be confused to do one of those, but you can be anxious and not angry. You can be angry and not anxious, but you can't have anger or anxiety without being confused first. Like confusion is always the source of all the things. So it's like every single person on the planet makes every single thing that they believe makes perfect sense with all the information that they've been given and integrated into their way of being and into their perspective and clarity of life. And the more clarity they get, the more information that they get and integrate into their way of being, the less they'll just make better decisions. Like all the things that they are, that like harming another person or being stupid or having emotional problems or like whatever it is. Like I don't communicate well with people, and I don't want to be around certain people in my life, and just I want to do alcohol or something to I'm just addicted to something, whatever it is. Like all those things, confusion had to be there first. You could not have done that without having certain information, and you've integrated some information, not all the information. You haven't been given all the information. You haven't integrated all the information. Therefore, there is a lack of clarity. That lack of clarity has manifested as confusion. Like it has to come out somehow. What is it if you're not clear-headed? You're confused. And as much as that goes that way, it has to express itself into the world somehow. It will. The friction is the thing. There's a thing, and my confusion has led me to have addictive tendencies. That's how my confusion is just expressing it. It's, we're going to run into something, and then you call it like an alcoholic or something. And it's like, no, there's confusion, and it has to express against something, and the friction in the world of all the mental messy-uppy nonsense that comes from being confused has to butt up against something. And it's like, alcohol is showing me my confusion. So you can't actually be angry or malicious or hateful or anything without being confused. So I can never be mad at somebody, nothing can ever not make sense to me, because it's just a person being confused. That's it. It's so simple. It's as simple as waking up and being like, I can decide right now to slam my head against the door or listen to the birds chirping outside the window. I can choose to do something good, something not. I can choose to be happy, to be not. I can choose to enjoy the day or not at every single moment. And that's as simple as it gets, and that's literally all there is to it. And it's the same with people in life. Like somebody have road rage or something. They're just confused, no matter what. So there's nothing to ever be upset at others about either. Like there's just nothing. Life is so simple. Yeah.
Well, you could be upset at them being confused.
Yeah, and then you're just confused.
Yeah.
Hence, I can never be upset either, because if I ever am, for even a moment, it's like, just the more clarity you get, or the quicker you can get into clarity, not out of the confusion, but into clarity, because confusion just naturally goes again, is like, you're upset for a moment. If you can just remember, I'm confused. Okay, I'm not angry or something. I'm not frustrated. I'm just confused. Why? Like, what is the confusing thing? Like, it's almost like looking at it from the universe perspective of Mom the other day. Our mom was like complaining about somebody that she was on the phone with for her work, and then she's like, and then she like cursed a couple times, like, stupid day or something, and then I started laughing at how from like, if say God creates all these things, and I'm going to create this woman to be on a phone for this day, and to be just like the epitome of her entire life in that moment is freaking human on this other line of the phone was just this is my day. Like, just the universe be like, yeah, I got to experience that, I'm gonna make that. Just her being confused.